What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolfgar here, and today I want to talk about why I think Diablo 3 is the best it's ever been. Over the course of this video, I will be discussing Diablo 3's recent history and why I think that D3 is in its absolute best state since the game launched way back in 2012. A feat only possible through the dedication of the current development team and the game's community management. Diablo 3 back in 2016 was in a very weird state. Many D3 content creators, myself included, were inclined to relegate the game to maintenance mode. Prior to the reveal and subsequent release of the Necromancer pack, and all of the content and quality of life changes that came with it, the game appeared to be going absolutely nowhere. So that's where many of us thought the game would stay. Sure, there were updates in terms of balance changes and meta shakeups here and there, but there was no real meaningful additions to Diablo 3 at all, which ultimately actually helped fuel the Diablo 4 hype that was prevalent even back before that BlizzCon in 2016 and that Necro pack reveal. The Necromancer pack came in 2017 with additional content in terms of new zones, the weekly Challenge Rift game mode, a new armory system capable of storing builds for players wishing to switch easily between gear sets, and of course, the 7th class in Diablo 3, the Necromancer. This revitalized Diablo 3's community for a while as players learned the systems and played around with the new class, but Diablo 3 would eventually fall back into the rut that was prevalent before the Necromancer pack came out. And by 2019, the Diablo 3 community was starving for news on Diablo 4. D3 was turning 7 years old, and the last couple of years had been fairly dry in terms of updates to the game outside of balance changes. As that year went on, the rumblings of maintenance mode began to swell once again. The game just didn't seem to be in development anymore. That was the feeling among many who still desired more from this game. And by September of that year, our thoughts were proven right as we learned through job postings that Diablo 3 was indeed in the hands of the Classics team, the same teams that handle games like StarCraft and Warcraft 3. With this news, however, came a massive rebirth in excitement for the future and thoughts of an impending Diablo 4 announcement. But that hype would turn to bewilderment and, for some, straight up outrage as Blizzard made one of gaming's biggest PR blunders by using its premier gaming convention to showcase a mobile game to an audience of mainly PC and console players. Diablo Immortal will most likely be the biggest action role-playing game on mobile devices when it releases, and does look and feel like a Diablo game in the style of Diablo 3. But at the time, that was not what players wanted. With Wyatt Chang and the team heading up the Blizzard side of Diablo Immortal's development, Diablo 4 nowhere in sight, and Diablo 3 being handed to the Classics team, many thought that Diablo 3 was truly put out to pasture. Little did we know, however, that the team now handling Diablo 3 would bring about a renaissance of sorts. And it all started with the introduction of seasonal themes. Initially, these themes were very basic. Season 14 brought with it the first season-long double goblin buff, and Season 15 was double bounty rewards. But with Season 16, more chances began to be taken by the team now handling Diablo 3. That was the Season of Grandeur, allowing you to have the legendary power from the unique Ring of Royal Grandeur at all times, giving you access to more legendary items, as you now only needed 5 pieces of a 6-piece set in order to gain its full set bonus. This update also came with new red beams and a new map icon for primal items, which was the first real visual update to the game in years. Season 17 brought new torment levels and a new ancient goblin-filled version of Greed's Vault, and its seasonal theme gave players the ability to gain the Legacy of Nightmares set without equipping the 2 rings that were usually required, opening up new possible non-set-based builds in Diablo 3. This season would actually spawn the Legacy of Dreams legendary gem that would come in Season 18, solidifying some of the best non-set-based builds the game had ever seen. Season 18 would also revise several legendary items and revamp certain craftable sets, as well as introduce players to the first of several interactive seasonal themes in the form of the Triune theme. Players could stand in alternating circles to gain specific bonuses depending on which circle was active. Seasons 19 through 21 brought brand new sets for every single class in Diablo 3. These 7 new sets still remain relevant for their respective classes for the most part, whether that be for greater rift pushing or for speed farming bounties and Nephilim rifts. And these seasons also brought more in terms of changes to the actual game, with seasonal themes focused on adding new damaging effects that would occur as players killed the demonic denizens of Sanctuary in seasons 19 and 21. Both of these themes would actually visually affect the game as well as shake up gameplay. Season 22 brought clones that would fight alongside you whenever you activated a shrine or a pylon, as well as a second bonus of adding a slot to Kanai's Cube, allowing you to equip a 4th legendary power from the cube, making this the first season that 2 seasonal buffs were added to the game simultaneously. There was also a hefty amount of buffs, item reworks, and a new legendary item to augment the recently added Necromancer set. The follower system in Diablo 3 was completely reworked with the arrival of Season 23, giving followers the ability to be fully equipped with legendary items that benefited the players, with the new Emanate affix being added to several items. All of the follower skills had also been revamped to give more bonuses to players, and this was a change that made followers much more impactful than they had ever been in Diablo 3. This seasonal theme was added as a permanent game-wide rework, a very well-received addition within the Diablo 3 community. And now here we stand in Season 24 with even more set reworks and balance changes, and the team has also introduced season-only ethereal items to celebrate the upcoming release of Diablo 2 Resurrected. With their own blue-tinted legendary beams and item artwork, these items are very sought after, not only for their immense power in the game, but also as chase items, since collecting all 21 will give you the transmogs for all of them for you to use once the season ends. So here we are. For a game that I myself once thought was sent off to the graveyard state of maintenance mode, it sure has come a long way, and each new season brings with it changes to the metagame and new and exciting ways to play your favorite character classes. You have to wonder, though, if it wasn't handed off to the Classics division at Blizzard, where would this game be? But then again, I'd rather not think about it because I am enjoying Diablo 3 immensely right now, and I think, as I said, it is the best it's ever been. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I always greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know down in that comment section down below your thoughts on this video, your thoughts on Season 24 in Diablo 3, and whether or not you think the Classics team now handling Diablo 3 can do even better in the future. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so very much, and you all have a fantastic day. Peace.